How does a historical graph works in the user web page design tool from Mitsubishi? Yeah, this is what we're gonna talk about in this video, and let's go ahead. Hello and welcome back. This is Gerd Zeller from Zeller Presscontrol talking about this item right here, historical graph, which is programmed from the PLC components, dragged and dropped just like the other items. And then in the factory setting it will look just like that. You got the maximum minimum numbers on here, 32,767 according to a 16-bit word, and also the minimum of 32,768. You can select on how many records you want to display on this graph right here. I'm just gonna leave it on 2. I'm gonna set the address to the word number 1 and 2. I'm gonna leave the color just the way it is, like it is just on here, blue and red. The maximum according to the program I'm gonna put on 100. We're not gonna go above 100, and the minimum we're gonna leave at 0. So the number of records, that's actually the records being recorded until the graph starts shifting over to the left. So in this case we got 20 records. If the 20 records are reached, we're gonna move to the left just like you see it on here. The vertical axis interval is talking about on how many intervals you got in one column. So right now we got 20 records with 4 columns. That means an interval of 5. If I change that to 10, we will see only 2 columns. If I change it to 4, we will see 5 columns. That's what I'm gonna prefer right now. And the horizontal lines are just the number of how many horizontal lines you're gonna use. Gonna put it to 15. The background for me in factory setting is just fine on gray, and the character colors, that's the color of the numbers on here, I'm gonna leave to black. That's then all just fine. Then the margin right here tells you the distance from actually your outer frame to your actual graph. If I put this to 1, you will see the edge just here disappears, and you can do this all the way around on the upper, on the lower, and on the left side. And the graph height accordingly and the graph width accordingly can be changed. If I put a 500 in here, you'll see it's getting just a little bit more narrow. And the x coordinate, the position from left to right on your screen, and the y coordinate, the position from top to bottom. And then we're just gonna download it. In order to download, we need to stop the PLC, like you know from the previous videos. Stop and go ahead and write the file to the SD card. Once that is done, we will put the PLC on run again. Change over to the internet browser accordingly, make a renewal of the page, and you can see everything shifts a little bit to the left. And then we'll go ahead and start the program again. It's got nothing to do with the web page designer itself. This is just a program in the GX Works 3. And then if everything is fine, the numbers are start rising, and you can see the bar graph starts rising accordingly to the numbers on here and to the number on here, which is the D1. And once we reached the first maximum value, which is the D2 on the D1 on 30, you'll see the value go down, and then you'll see the lines split up just the way it is right now, and that's it. This is how easy you can set up a historical graph, which is used for temperature, for level, fluid level, temperature of bearings, temperature of oil, fluid oil, yeah, whatever you need. That easy and simple. And for more information, subscribe to my channel. I would be more than pleased about this. Thank you very much.